TikTok just forced every single shop ad into GMV Max, and most brands out there feel completely boxed in. But what if I told you that there are 5 exact levers that you can pull right now to scale your spend, crush your return on ad spend, and flood your TikTok shop with sales? Plus, I'm gonna share a secret bonus tactic that most brands and agencies completely overlook. Stick around. Hi guys, my name is Jordan West and I'm the founder and CEO over here at Social Commerce Club, one of the top agencies in North America for TikTok shop, managing tens of millions of dollars in ad spend. Our clients are routinely hitting 10 to 12x daily return on ad spends on these campaigns. And today I'm going to be breaking down the exact GMV Max playbook, plus one bonus lever that you are not going to hear anywhere else. Let's get into it. Number 1, GMV Max is mandatory, but you still have control. Now, most brands are going to have to switch by July 15th, 2025. You might be watching this video and saying to yourself, yeah, it's already switched over. All of this information is still for you. Now, there is a new flow. Before, I used to always talk about PSA and VSA ads, product shopping ads, and video shopping ads. Those are now going away. It is GMV Max only. Now you just go and choose promote product or promote live, and that is it. Now, you cannot pause any ads that are inside of these campaigns. You can only exclude underperformers, and we'll get back into that in a little bit. And reporting spend is visible at the campaign and product level. Per ad metrics are now going to be hidden within GMV Max. So just so you have an idea there. All right, let's do a step-by-step GMV Max setup. Now, we're going to start at the campaign level. We're going to go with TikTok shop sales, and we're going to select GMV Max. Now, the goal is to promote a product or a live event. You're then going to get into your budget, and then within your ad group, you're going to have a target return on ad spend. And I'm going to get into the nuances of what to do exactly with that target return on ad spend a little bit later in the video. You're going to toggle on affiliate, organic, and brand page. You're going to exclude any underperforming creatives as you go along. Launch, you're going to let the TikTok AI learn at least for day 1 and beyond. Now, here are the 5 levers that you still control, and I'm going to get deep into these levers so that every single one of you actually understands what you can do when it comes to your GMV Max campaigns and what you can't do. So, number 1 is the daily budget. Here is where you can crank and unlock more ad spend. And here is one of the biggest things that I see that brands aren't doing is they're not giving enough budget to TikTok shop. And so daily budget, this is one of those things you're going to be constantly wanting to look at as you are hitting your return on ad spend targets. Now, number 2, and this might be the biggest lever that you will ever pull, and this is your target return on ad spend. Now, at first, you're going to want to keep that target return on ad spend lower as you try and ramp up delivery and raise for efficiency. Number 3 is your creative volume, and this is going to be a big one that we're going to get into in a minute here. Number 4 is your content sources, or affiliate, organic, and brand page toggles, and we'll get into those in a minute. And number 5 is your product mix. This is a unified campaign versus these promo-only ad groups or promo-only GMV Max campaigns. Let's get into when and how to pull each one of these levers. So, number 1, let's talk about the learning phase during your budget. Now, I would hold your budget flat, and I would start somewhere around $100 to $300 a day, depending on the size of your brand. Now, if there's some big brands watching this, which there generally are, as at Social Commerce Club, we work with some of the biggest brands in North America. I would start with whatever budget you feel comfortable with on a daily basis, being able to sit around that 1 return on ad spend mark. Now, if you are not hitting a 1 return on ad spend, you are going to need to lower your target return on ad spend below 1 as low as possible until you get spend. One of the big issues is that if your target return on ad spend is too high, your campaign is not going to actually get any spend, which is a really big deal, which is why you're going to need to continue to lower your return on ad spend. Now, some of the other levers that we're going to talk about are ones that will help your overall return on ad spend. So at the beginning, and remember the cold start phase, if you've watched me on any of these videos, the cold start phase is the most difficult phase. And so budget and target return on ad spend are going to work very well together during this beginning stage. So start your target return on ad spend at 1. Now, if you are not getting your budget to spend, so let's just say that you have a $1,000 a day budget and only 100 of it is spending at the 1, you are going to need to lower your target return on ad spend as the machine starts to learn. Don't worry. Will you be losing money at first? Absolutely. But remember, over the long term is what we're trying to do here. We're trying to build as much data as possible for this really ridiculously smart AI algorithm to take over and start to learn and understand who to go after. Drop your target return on ad spend from a 1 down to a 0.9, down to a 0.8, down to a 0.7 until it starts to spend the entirety of your budget. Now let's get into the next big lever that you have to pull, and this is creative volume. Now there's a few different ways that you can do your creative volume here. And this gets into the next lever as well, which is some of the different sources. So number 1 is affiliates, right? The more affiliates that you work with and you get to produce more pieces of creative, the better. Now there's 2 different ways that you can work with your affiliates on getting creative from them. Number 1 is your affiliates can turn on auto allow for all of their videos. Now, most affiliates are doing that. Some of the bigger ones do not though, and you're going to have to go and get those Spark codes and automatically put them in. Number 2 is posting on your brand page. And so at Social Commerce Club, we do this with a lot of the big brands that we work with. And you can either post onto your TikTok shop page, or you can post it as an ad-only dark post. And I highly recommend doing that if you're going at any sort of volume and putting it onto your page. As soon as you publish that video on your page, it is going to be automatically picked up by the algorithm into your GMV Max campaign. So I highly recommend that you are posting 3 to 5 new videos a day on your brand handle. And what you're going to see is that your target return on ad spend will be able to be raised up slowly but surely. Now, I want to let you know some really good news. There's brands that we work with that we have a target return on ad spend of between 10 and 12, and we're hitting it every day at massive, massive scale. We have brands doing multi-millions of dollars a month at very high return on ad spends because of GMV Max. Now, product mix. Let me tell you something really, really interesting about product mix. And I'm really glad that you stuck around here because I think that this is one of the sort of secret sauces here of what I want to tell you guys today. And that is this. Our team has tested extensively tens of millions of dollars of ad spend of running products all in one single GMV Max campaign versus breaking them out into multiple campaigns. So this is either multiple products all in one campaign or separating them out and having more autonomy in between the campaigns. And what our team has found by a long shot is that having all of your products in one single GMV Max campaign seems to be the winning formula for brands in 2025. And especially if you're going to continue to scale up your budget. What this means is that TikTok's AI algorithm is getting so ridiculously good at knowing which product to show to what person and which video of which product to show to what person that it is something that we are actually starting to trust in a massive way. So you can test this for yourself. Don't just believe me. You can also test this for yourself. But we have done extensive testing at Social Commerce Club when it comes to this. So remember these 5 levers: budget, your target return on ad spend, your creative volume, your sources of creative, and your product mix. These are the 5 big levers that you have for your brand. Now, pitfalls to avoid. This is a really, really big thing here. Do not chase X return on ad spend on day one. You need to let the system learn. You need to understand that at first you are not going to be profitable. But I would rather you not be profitable for a short amount of time to be profitable in the long run. Campaign dips often align with expired promos. Make sure that you understand when promos are active and when they aren't, and when TikTok is specifically running promos. Also, bulk exclude bad creatives and batches to keep your feed lean, right? This is another lever that you have to pull within GMV Max. There you have it, guys. That is your complete GMV Max playbook that will help you 2x your ROI. Remember that all campaigns are going to be switching. This is going to be the way that TikTok is running things as of July 15th, 2025. I really hope that this helps show you what some of the biggest agencies in North America are doing for brands right now. If you guys are interested in working with an amazing agency, come and check out Social Commerce Club or join my school group below. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.